teams in South America. That's for sure. Beast Coast, we know they have performed very well on the international stage as well. And Thunder Predator actually recently beat Beast Coast in a BO2. They beat them 2-0, and they actually beat them like in under 30 minutes in both games.
Spicy.
So that was their most recent encounter. Also, today we got Hector back in Beast Coast lineup, so that's going to be very fun to watch. I love watching that guy play. He's an absolute beast, especially at finding farm and avoiding ganks and things like that. So very interesting bans coming out already. Thunder Predator or Beast Coast banning Jakiro against Thunder Predator. We don't actually see that hero often, but the position 5 of Thunder Predator plays it very well.
Beast Coast have picked the Enchantress. You know what this is heading towards. They want that Clinks. They want the Enchantress.
I don't know, man. Do you really need an Enchantress to play Clinks, though? Because you can just buy a Dominator, and then what? Now you just have an Enchantress on your team, right? I really dislike this Enchantress, but with Clinks, I mean. Enchantress herself is good to give a free farm towards, let's say, like a Spectre, Anti-Mage, Morphling, these kind of guys, secure their lane. But I guess with the Clinks, it's not that hot because the Dominator just, it's just a better Enchantress, and it's just an item.
Yeah. So they don't go for the Clinks, they go for the Spectre instead. A very fast picking phase, so Spectre and Enchantress in one lane, and then you've got the Void Spirit and the Winter Wyvern in the other team. Wyvern's super popular right now, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really solid position 5. I've been seeing it all the time. It's very safe. The only thing is, when he plays against Spectre, we notice that Wyvern is actually not that good. Spectre really good at finding Wyvern, jumping on him, and Wyvern, even if he uses his ultimate as Spectre, it's a complete waste, right?
Yeah.
Or even ulting someone who Spectre is next to. Spectre doesn't do that much physical damage.
No.
Most of Spectre's damage source will come from the Desolate, so it's a really, or the Radiance or her items, whatever it may be. So Wyvern really not that good against Spectre in this situation. It makes a lot of sense why the Spectre was really nice here.
Yeah, absolutely. So got some bans coming out now. It's going to be the Silencer and the... I like the way they banned the Silencer, actually. Whisper Silencer was horrifying yesterday. And the Timbersaw as well being taken out by Thunder Predator. Meanwhile, Beast Coast, they get rid of the Anti-Major. Now waiting on their second ban. I always find the AM being banned into Spectre kind of interesting. It's a weird matchup between those two, but the AM just seems to play at a slightly faster pace. He can farm much faster, and the Spectre has very long intervals between her fighting windows, so the AM often does very well off that.
I mean, Ench also doesn't have a way to catch Anti-Mage either, right?
Yeah.
And if in Beast Coast lineup they start picking heroes where they don't have as much catch, then Anti-Mage will be a very big nuisance in this game. Where Spectre actually requires her team to be able to catch the AM first before she can actually, be able to kill an Anti-Mage. So I like the ban, and I think Thunder Predator also play quite a bit with AM. So it does, for me, Leo style playing Void Spirit is very likely. Obviously, they can play it as a support or an offlaner on the side of Thunder Predator here. So Beast Coast just trying to cover their bases and try to ban any hero. They're not going to lock this Void Spirit into any one role just because Leo style plays a very good Void Spirit, for example.
Yeah, no, for sure. You want to be able to pick this hero and be able to put it in the 4, 3, and 2 positions. I feel like if you're not able to do that, then you're actually limiting your drafter a lot, because they just want to be able to slam down this Void Spirit pick and then think about where they want to put it later on and just kind of pick heroes which are good in the situation, counter picks or synergetic picks, that kind of thing. So yeah, I do like this a lot, and they are really burning through this reserve time in this banning phase on the Predator as they get rid of the Lina as well. Pretty predicted, I think. This hero has been very popular as well for the same reason. I mean, you can put her mid, you can put her in the 4 position, so lots of flexibility on the hero, and that makes the hero very good in the draft.
Yeah, for sure. And she's become this... it was Chris Luck, right? Yesterday, he played the Lina, and he was an absolute beast. My God, he didn't die. even though Lina could be a really easy hero to kill if you get caught out by one of the stuns, he was very careful in maneuvering around the fights. Then he built up into this Daedalus, and we saw how Spectre Lina was a really good combo, right? Lina can push out the lanes, buy time for Spectre to farm items, and then later in the game, Lina will buy this Daedalus, Lincoln's build, whatever it is, and she does plenty of physical damage that makes up for Spectre's lack of physical damage in the late game. So the Lina becomes like the tower hitting, long range, right clicking hero.
Yes.
They go with the Bat Rider. Ooh, that's really good against Winter Wyvern. I think the Bat Rider pick will also turn Thunder Predator away from picking something like Terrorblade or Troll Warlord, even Ursa. So there's a lot of carries that they're probably not going to be drafting here because of this Bat Rider pick. Heroes I do like right now could be a Slark, right? We saw yesterday Thunder Predator also play Slark. Yeah, man, this is looking like a juicy Slark game, especially since it wasn't banned out. They banned Bristle. That's what I don't understand. Why would you ban Bristleback if you plan to pick Bat Rider?
It's a very good point. Yeah, it seems like a pretty good matchup.
Bad against Bat. Like it's like one of the worst heroes for BB to play against Bat Rider. So interesting.
Interesting indeed.
I thought they would have banned Slark, like Spectre, in a way, it can be annoying for Slark with the dagger, but if Slark snowballs, there's no chance Spectre is coming back to like deal with him.
Yeah, especially if he gets being a Silver Edge builder as well. It's very
okay,
nice.
So they go with the Omni first. Yeah, they don't need to pick the Slark yet, right? Because they don't want to expose it and maybe Bat becomes a support or something and then Slark is laning against someone really difficult. So they go with the offlane pick here. With the Omni, or that could also be a position 5 Omni, and they can make the Wyvern into the 4. So the Omni is there in the safe lane. They can pick another carry now, and the Omni will just repel or Heavenly Grace the carry and remove the stacks of Napalm. So this Omni also means they can pick pretty much any carry they want if it's a position 5.
Do you think Omni's a good hero though? Like I haven't seen much of him, and when I have seen him, he's just felt super underwhelming.
Well, let's take a look at his new boss that he got.
Oh, it was the change to his ulti, right? It's the super low cooldown at level 25 now.
Well, that's less relevant, right? Like what we are looking at is if his early game is stronger. So he got 5 more movement speed. He got his Purification cast range from 400 to 550, which is really, really nice. Degen Aura no longer reduced attack. I mean, none of these changes really make his laning any better. But the idea there is just because of the Bat Rider. And there we have it. Look who it is.
It's the Slarky boy coming out for Thunder Predator.
Yep. I mean, this is very easy game for Slark, I feel like. Especially against Bat Rider, Spectre, Enchantress can't deal with him. Earthshaker, I mean, Earthshaker's okay, but if Slark goes for an S and Y build with Satanic or something, gets that statuses. Actually, he's going to get statuses from the Omni Knight already. Yeah. Right? So this Slark is going to be absolutely nuts this game.
There's just a gap where the Omni Knight should be, but don't worry, guys. I got you. There we go. You can see the Omni Knight there.
Were you drawing something?
Yeah, there we go. I got you guys figured out. They can't, for some reason, we can't see the Omni Knight on the drafting screen, so I got you covered, production. Don't worry. This is where the Omni Knight should be. Yeah, they have picked Omni, but I don't know. The hero's so dead they didn't even bother rendering his picture for the drafting screen, which, is fair enough.
Chat's really. Like, what the hell are you guys talking about? There's no Omni Knight. Are you guys dumb?
That pick.
What are you talking
about?
To it later. Yeah, we see the Omni. They can't see it, right? So they're looking at us as if we're stupid or something. But yeah, there's an Omni in the game where there's a hero missing. No, they did not skip the pick and are going to play 4 versus 5. There's an Omni.
That'll be a flex and a half.
Yeah. Alrighty. I mean, right now, I'm really digging Thunder Predator's lineup. Like, I feel Beast Coast don't have any point of aggression in their lineup right now. And that's going to give Slark so much farm. And DP, oh, wow. That's really good with the Omni Knight, too. So maybe Beast Coast need to pick another offlaner and put the Bat Rider middle. What do you think of that?
It's awkward, but it can work. I mean, the thing I like about this Death Prophet pick, though, is that you've got the Slark, which puts a lot of pressure on the Spectre. The DP is going to do exactly that as well with Exorcism, but also the percentage-based damage into the Spectre makes it very awkward as well. So you've always got that. Don't
tell me they're going to pick like an A mid or something. I mean, Beast Coast do these things all the time, right? They pick like this very weird lineups. Like if they go A mid here, I'm going to lose my mind, I swear.
They need something like that. Leshrac, there we
Leshrac.
go. There it is. Something
That's
pretty
not
wild.
okay.
A great hero
Okay.
into Slark.
Okay, I don't mind it, but I still feel like it's very hard for Leshrac this game because he needs to run into a Death Prophet ultimate
Yeah, it's
to
a
do anything.
desperation pick, and the DP, she's gonna pop that ulti. She's got a silence as well, which Leshrac doesn't care about too much. But also the Spirit Siphon as well can be very annoying for the Lesh to deal with because he's needs to be able to be in their faces, but doesn't want to be supplying the DP with heals as well. But very good versus Slark. Slark does not like playing into this hero whatsoever. He pops the ultimate and he just dies anyway. He keep on following him. The Edict gives you a vision on him as well. There's so many things you can list about this matchup, which makes it bad for the Slark, but if the Slark gets snowballed, and there's nothing which can stop him. If he picks up a decent time on the BKB as well, Leshrac's going to be very sad about that. It is a bit of a desperation pick from Beast Coast. I do think it helps their draft out quite a lot. Is it enough to turn this game in their favor? No. I do think Thunder Predator have got this one. I think it's about
it's really hard. I mean, Beast Coast
25.
can technically snowball, right? But they need to make sure the Slark is put down. Like, there's no way for him to come back into the game. And that's a really hard thing to do, considering Beast Coast lineups are not that aggressive. Like, Earthshaker needs a Blink Dagger to be useful. Batrider needs a Blink Dagger to be useful. Spectre needs to get to Radiance or Manta, whatever build that he's going for, to be very effective, right? Yeah. Enchantress on her own can't accomplish anything.
Yeah.
So this really feels like Thunder Predator have got away with murder in the draft or something, but we'll see.
They have. I don't rate this Enchantress first pick at all, but I mean, that's going off my experience with the hero over the past few days. It's just been consistently weak, and it's just been food for the enemy team, and you do not want to be feeding a Slark Death Prophet lineup. So let's get into it. Game number 1 in this best of 3 series of Thunder Predator versus Beast Coast, starting with a pause. It is an SA game. It is a tradition at this point. You got to honor the traditions of the SA region of pausing the game the moment you get into it. But there we go. So let's have a look at some lane matchups. In the mid lane, what's this Death Prophet versus Leshrac lane going to look like, Steven?
I think DP got this lane. Like, there's nothing to fear for the Death Prophet. She's just going to use her Crypt Swarm, and the Leshrac can't walk into, even utilize this Edict or anything like that. And I'm assuming this Leshrac is going to go for a Lightning Storm build, right? Actually, maybe we might see a Lightning Storm build ever since it got some changes, some buffs or something. I have no idea, but for the most part, I don't think DP is gonna feel any pressure in this mid lane unless. It's not
Whisper.
mid.
Oh my
it's
goodness!
Not mid.
I just baited you into talking about the wrong thing. See, this is how you fill content, guys. You say, "Dude, what do you think about this Leshrac versus DP?" Okay, now what do you feel about the Leshrac, the Batrider versus DP matchup?
Okay, so things have changed. This is a lot better, by the way, for Beast Coast, putting the Batrider middle and the Leshrac off. Because now the Leshrac off lane with the Earthshaker can actually apply some pressure to the Slark. Right? They got 2 stuns, they got the ranged right-click potential, so that's perfect. And now they're going to put the Batrider against Death Prophet, which I think DP can definitely mess up in this lane. You can get some napalm charges on this DP, and then if she is standing on one of the 2 sides of the cliff or the entrance to the mid lane, she can get knocked down by a flame break and she will die.
Yeah.
And also the Omni Knight in this game, Omni Knight this game is the position 3, so it's not a support hero who can just TP mid and use Heavenly Grace on the Death Prophet to save her from any dive that comes off from the Batrider.
Yeah, they've got a lot going for them. There's a lot of backwards and forwards, a lot to talk about between these 2 drafts, which is a relief. But what about a Shaker? Schofield Shaker? It doesn't seem like this amazing Shaker game where you're going to find any game-changing slams, but the thing you can do is, and geez, I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot, but stuns from Fog. Good versus any hero with a decent amount of escape, including this Slark, who is going to be able to want to get off his Shadow Dance or his Dark Pact the moment he sees someone, but sometimes you can just grab him with the Fissure, then blink in and slam, and you can maybe find yourself some kill opportunities from that.
It's a very hard Shaker game. Super hard. Because you're playing against 2 heroes that's really annoying for Shaker, which is Omni Knight and the Slark. Then you also have a save on the Winter Wyvern, and Winter Wyvern can also curse you if you go in for the Echo. So when you go for the Echo, your team comes in to follow up. Winter throws a curse on the Earthshaker. They're all going to start hitting the Earthshaker, right? So at least in the team fights, it's very difficult. But he can do a lot in the laning stage this game. Because he's playing with a Leshrac, he's going to double block. He's going to make sure that the Winter Wyvern can pull. The Slark and Leshrac are going to be in a 1v1 situation, which I do think that favors the Leshrac. And if he can snowball the Lesh in this game, he's going to be a beast from the position 3 at least.
Yeah,
I was thinking position 2 Lesh is hard this game, right?
Yeah.
Because laying against DP. But position 3 Lesh could be very good because it will lane against Slark. And then this also gives a good game for the Batrider.
It's definitely one of those games where, you know, Whisper is going to have to kind of have really high impact from the offlane, but we know he can do this. He did it on his silencer yesterday, and I know better than to underestimate Whisper offlane on a DPS role. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this Leshrac plays into this. And laning against Slark, Leshrac versus Slark, I think it sounds okay for the Slark. I don't think it's going to be a hard lane.
Well, he can't ever really jump on the Leshrac, right? Because of the edict that will come out, and there's also an Earthshaker, so every time they try to commit onto the Lesh, he's gonna drop the edict. Earthshaker's gonna lock the Slark in, and then it's very awkward. So the Slark himself doesn't really have a lot of kill potential against him. Now what would have been super 5-head in this game is if they put the Slark mid against a Batrider, then they put the DP in the safe lane against the Leshrac.
I mean, he's kind of hanging around here, but he doesn't have to share tangos, so
he does have a magic stick though.
So he thinks he's going to be against the Batrider.
He's not going mid. Don't worry, he's not going mid. DP's already chilling, ready to block the mid wave. He's not going.
Yeah, ready to give it a Slark.
But it would have been sick, right? If he did.
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been a really kind of galaxy brain. But who would expect it? Well, actually, I guess they can't expect it because Wisp was playing the Lesh. There we go. Meanwhile, Matthew, he's doing a bit of scouting here. He's like, who's behind this tower? It's Spectre. Kind of like, who's that Pokemon? That was great. Look at this. He's just going to throw a remnant in his face. That's so rude. Yeah. Good to see
Matthew actually really likes playing this hero a lot. I've seen him play it before. He plays it very well. So I'm going to have some cool Void Spirit gameplay.
Hope so.
Support Void Spirit gameplay. Not core.
No. He's he does like these spirits. He was playing the MBS today, the Void Spirit today as well. It's definitely where his comfort lies. He's a spirity kind of guy, a spiritual dude. Mid lane's gonna start.
It's actually completely fine for people to like last it against Batrider now. Look at this DP. Like he's not like lagging like crazy, you know, when he's trying to turn. You see that?
Yeah.
That's the nerf.
Stacks enemy is still fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's the nerf right there for the Batrider in the recent patch.
Yeah, mid lane going to start off with the DP doing pretty fine, but the creep wave pushing under the tower is going to make it pretty okay for Crystallock to CS. You would expect, but he's actually missed a ton here. And look, Leostar's putting like a load of pressure onto Crystallock.
It's very hard to last it under tower with Batrider. He has such low base damage.
Yeah, really needs to let the sticky napalm stack up in order to grab these creeps. He is struggling right now, and I think this was deliberate from Leostar, just using the Crypt Swarms earlier on to push out the wave and put Crystallock under pressure.
So bottom lane should be pretty free farm for Spectre. I don't think Omni can really contest it. Top lane is probably the most interesting lane here. Level 2 being picked up from the start, but they're not going to commit into this. Whoa, Schofield. Look how he's playing on Schofield, right? He's just playing between the small camp and where the Slark is. So he's going to keep on blocking this camp, making sure the Wyvern can't pull here or the big camp upwards or anything like that. And this is just giving Leshrac so much free levels. This Earthshaker has 0 XP right now. Oh, he got a little bit of XP. But the Leshrac is about to hit level 3 already.
Yeah, this is, the dream way to play Earthshaker. If you can, just staying out of the lane, giving Leshrac all the XP and blocking the pool camp. You know, it's how to have high impact. Use your fissures when you can, but abuse the fact that you've got that long range initiation. But bottom lane is actually where Matthew goes down, moves, gets that first blood with Hector. I mean, it is a threat, isn't it? The dagger, the double slows with a dagger enchant, and then just throw in a couple of impetuses on top of that, and that's a lot of damage. You can't overextend. You will get punished in this lane.
Yeah, he wasn't level 2 yet, so he didn't have the dissimulate up to be able to disjoint any hits there. But the enchant is the one who got the last hit on the first blood, so it's not like too bad, right, for Thunder Predator here. Because if Spectre got it, then that would be another story, because he's going to get to his mid-game or farming items really quickly. But because the Ench got it, it's not that bad.
Yeah. But still going to create a lot of pressure in this bottom lane as Enchantress heads towards her items quicker and just kind of, oh, pressure coming down. Actually moves jumping in to suck up that Remnant and make sure K1 survives this one. Still got a decent amount of right-click damage, but they will survive on the side of Beast Coast as they back themselves away. And mid lane, let's take a revisit here because there's not actually that much farming going on in the mid lane. 12 and 2 on the Death Prophet compared to the Bat Riders 12 and 4. So he's actually managed to equal this one out, Chris Luck. It's very surprising. But I guess the kill threat's a pretty big deal. Something which Leo Star is always going to struggle to deal with. But now with the 21 charges, which, you know, you're always going to get one charge against a Bat Rider, right? So she's always got that available.
This is bad for Leo Star.
Coming in. Can they get him? Arcane Rune triggered from Leo Star here. And with the double Spirit Siphon, Death Prophet's going to be all right here. And it actually is going to be Chris Luck in trouble as the 3-man rotation in onto Chris Luck. They will take down this Bat Rider.
Dude, that was such a huge bait by Leo Style. Like, he put himself in the river on purpose
Bottom lane.
because he knew the Earthshaker was coming there.
I like that. Yeah, Beast Coast just getting some revenge. They realize that both the supports are missing, so they immediately just get aggressive onto Frank, and they use this Dark Troll Summoner to make sure that gank happens.
Yeah, I was saying, like, that was such an epic play by Leo Style there. He knew both of his supports were coming, so he baited himself a little bit, got the Arcane Rune, so the Spear Ciphers, even though he used 2 of them, he's going to get them back pretty quickly, and they get the kill onto Chris Luck here. I mean, Chris Luck, I don't think he feels very comfortable playing this hero. Look at that, he's even bronze playing Bat Rider. You know this guy is not playing. He's not a Bat Rider player.
That's what you want on your team, though. Like, some dude's just gonna be like, "Oh, you want me to play Bat? Okay, sure. Do you play Bat? No, but I'm sure I can. No worries. Easy, right? Sticky Napalm. Oh, bottom lane. Matthew getting low. K1 trying to chase him down. Can they finish the job? Needs a bit more. Might not find him. The Simulate up to the high ground, and the Void Spirit will be okay after all. And K1 actually taking a decent amount of damage along with moves here as the response. Ow. Well, everyone kind of trading health, and Frank's the only one healthy after that engagement, so they'll just kind of continue to sit in this lane.
Dude, this happens every time you watch South American games. Everyone has like a sliver of health and they're still laning, you know?
Yeah.
Remember yesterday with the, who was it, a Kunkka versus Void Spirit matchup? They had like 100 HP throughout the entire laning stage. It was just so scary to watch.
Oops, stun out. Spectre getting really low here actually. Oh no, came back a little bit too early to the lane of the Matthew. Ooh,
oh,
Jesus,
man.
10 HP. Just calculating those tower hits nicely. But yeah, Spectre just a little bit too far forward in the lane there and does get punished for it accordingly.
He also had like no regen or anything, and he had like 20 or 30% HP. It was kind of crazy for him to even stay there.
I think it's one of those situations where it's like, all right, I'm not going to go farm super deep in this lane, and if I die, you know, I'm going to be very neutral about it. You know, getting your health and mana back is something which is a carry sometimes just like, you know what, I don't really care if I die for a couple of creeps here.
Invis top, by the way, from Leo Style. Something is going to go down, that's for sure.
I think so, and I think it's Whisper who's going to go down here by the looks of it. He does pop that ultimate along with the Edict, doing a decent amount of damage in response to Leo Style here. Shaker trying to come in from behind, unfortunately. Oh, they get him! Oh my god, the damage was enough! They just straight up murder the mid laner. How did you know that was going to work? I guess he didn't have a choice. Drop all your damage and hope for the best.
That's why I said something's going to go down, because I had no idea who was going to die there.
The damage output from the Leshrac, I mean, I know it was 6, but
Edict.
Crikey, I mean, that wasn't Whisper's kill. That was the Earthshaker's kill. We'll ignore just what happened to him because that was kind of somewhat unfortunate, but I mean, that was because the Earthshaker spent so much time out of lane that it lets the Leshrac get an early 6. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Chris Luck's got him pretty deep onto Matthew here, trying to get the Retribution kill, but Leo Style's back from the dead, and he is pissed. He's looking for Chris Luck here, but he's probably not going to find him as Chris Luck runs him around up the wall, and he is out of here, but pretty low on health on mana, so going to have to take a short trip back to base.
Dude, there's a nice juicy stacked small camp there. You just go and wave that one time, get like 3 neutral items. Watch, here we go. Watch this, okay? Oh, 1 neutral item? Alright, come on, 2 more. I'm sure you can get it.
I'm not sure this is happening. No. This one's not going to drop anything.
All right,
either.
at least one more, right? Oh,
Nothing,
damn it.
nothing. Anyway, there's actual action happening on whilst we talk about neutral items, and that's a Slark and an Enchantress going down. Slark dead in the top lane, Enchantress dead in the bottom lane. Probably not the trade Thunder Predator want, but it's a trade they're gonna get. And now they'll look to ruffle K1's truffles a little bit here. A little bit of a tickle. He doesn't mind though.
Dude, K1 has so much balls, man. He doesn't care like what his health is or who he's fighting against. He just mans up and right clicks him. Frank, he's in a little bit of trouble here. He's got one more heal. He's good. Is Omni actually killable with heroes like Spectre and Ench? Doesn't seem like it.
Probably not at this stage, no.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we need to talk about the Slark dying in lane because he's okay on CS, but that death is. I don't know, it's going to affect him a little bit. It does put the Spectre ahead of him.
Yeah, so Leshrac is actually a very good hero against Slark because when he goes in, and even if he uses Shadow Dance, the Diabolic Edict is still going to hit you. And so is Pulse Nova. And Splitter. So you got 3 skills that go through your Shadow Dance no matter what. So at this point, it's much better for Slark to just keep jungling. He's got that level 4 Dark Pact and just let Leshrac do his thing. Unfortunately, for Thunder Predator, you know, their gank to that Leshrac didn't work out. Or else, if DP was the one who got the kill on the Lesh, this would be a whole nother story right now, I think. Yeah. Like, the Lesh wouldn't be this strong. He's probably the highest net worth, right? The Lesh? No, he's not.
No.
He's actually behind the Spectre on his team. But he's getting there. Like, considering it is an off-lane Lesh, like, he's extremely farmed, though. And he's got a drums, so they have really good ways to fight at the moment, especially if the Haunt comes out.
Yeah, really good stuff coming out from Beast Coast so far. This laning phase is looking scary from them. And look at Whisper. He's going for it. He's going to get the solo kill. Yeah, nice cold embrace, buddy. That's not going to save you from the magic damage of Whisper, though. But now they're looking for their revenge. Leostyle comes in, but a beautiful little flame break. And now Schofield closes the door. Might have given his life for this. Let's see if they can connect. Yeah, unfortunately, Spirit Siphon is going to land there for Schofield. Probably going to go down. Although he's actually used the Remnant, so you can just TP. Oh, never mind. No, he can't. little bit too much damage for that TP there, buddy. But there we go. Oh, Horn being used.
Okay. It was a fake Haunt.
Yeah. The bait Horn, baiting Frank in to force the TP out. Or he cancelled the TP. He really wanted to cancel that salve.
Oh god, not like this.
Is he gonna get this? He's not gonna get it. Oh my god, what a player actually.
You baited him so hard. Oh. Dude, this is what I meant about K1. He doesn't care how much HP he has. He's just gonna go in and hit them.
Probably should. I love the way Frank waited for, like, baited out the TP, baited out the salve, and then was like, hey, you know what? There are no salves on my watch, says Frank. What a
Dude,
boss.
that was actually so good. And he also bought enough time for his heal to be up again, you know?
Yeah.
The purification when he TP'd out. He thought there was other people TPing in at first and then noticed, oh, there's nobody actually here. Leostyle is back down here, but he doesn't have ult though.
Oh, K1, he's just back from the dead,
like
and he's going to be dead straight away back again. Can they finish the job? They can easily.
Wow.
Plenty of spell to chase him down.
That was
Spectre
amazing.
going for the Radiance Rush, but it's turning more into a Radiance Stumble at this point, as he has been knocked down twice in a row.
Dude, that was actually amazing because he died and now he TP bottom and now he died again. Now he doesn't have a TP. So all you can do is when he's alive is go to a big camp, right, and farm neutrals.
The big camp's dead. Though. He's got to go all the way to the
also doesn't have Haunt.
I mean, there's nothing
Dude,
for him
that
to farm
feels
out of base.
so bad. Oh,
super inefficient. Chris Luck TP's
really,
in.
really bad.
Who's going to go for? He's got the last surf. He wants to use it. Who's he going to throw it down onto? He's throwing it into the Omni, dragging him into the Echo Slam of Schofield. They'll immediately take down Frank, but Moose is dead as well. Can they finish off MNZ now? That is a big question. He pops a Q, but Chris Luck just sitting on his face right now. MNZ does not look like he's enjoying this, but unfortunately there's a ton of sticky napalms being stacked onto MNZ, but he just tears those off. But some nice blocks coming out from Chris Luck, blasted back with a flame break, and we'll be able to get the kill onto that Slug. That's an important one. That's a big retribution kill for Beast Coast and going to neutral out this game a little bit.
Damn, that Invis rune was so clutch, right? Getting the position 1 and 3 baited out like that. That Shack top.
To solitude I return.
Dude, is about all we can say about that one.
SA Dota is like all about these baits, man. People just baiting and the other team's always biting and they just get killed off.
It's a lot of aggression, you know? It's the region of fun.
Sure.
It's the region of run at each other, murder each other, and we'll see who murders each other the best.
Yeah, Spectre made his walk of shame into the jungle, started farming here. He doesn't want to go into any lanes anymore. I mean, if the Batrider actually gives mid to Spectre, it's really good for him. Because now he can just farm the camps on the sides, and whenever the mid lane's pushing, he can go and farm under the mid tower. It's really efficient place for a carry to farm as well. If the mid lane doesn't need it. For example, like Batrider. Because Batrider can definitely play on the side lanes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's naturally a off-lane hero, so...
Yeah, he just wants to keep bullying the Batrider, especially with these boots of travel. You know, constantly be on map, constantly be moving around different areas, farm enemy jungle if you can. It's really good. And Slark taking the 9 strength at level 10. This is something I was going to mention earlier, but this talent seems really important in this game because when you have these games where Shadow Dance isn't going to be that effective, your raw HP becomes much more of a factor. So MNZ, of course, goes for the strength talent, which I think is very important. He's not actually going for the Silver Edge build. He's going into the Desolator instead with the drums. Interesting. And Silver Edge and Spectre is always very nice, but seems like he's just preferring to go for the mana drain and maybe take down the Leshrac or the Batrider.
Wait, did you say Desolator?
Did I say Desolator? I meant Diffusal Blade.
Okay, because I was like looking like who's buying Desolator in this game? You know, I'm like
Desolator
panicking.
Slug,
I'm like
baby.
trying to
Let's
look
go.
everywhere. Yeah, and I was trying to listen to like what hero you're talking about because I couldn't find the Desolator. Okay, well, Slark, yeah, he's got a Diffusal Blade lined up. I think it's pretty decent against Batrider and the Earthshaker, so you can like slow them down. Especially the Bat, because the Bat has a freaking boots of travels. It's so hard to pounce on him if you don't have Diffusal. Oh, look at his stacks. Okay, all right. Slark's like, all right, I'll take this. Feels good, man.
Commend your supports, buddy. Don't forget.
Wyvern top. A lot of trouble.
Yeah, there's a whole train of heroes coming on him right now, and MJZ will not be surviving this one. Frank thinking of coming close again. Can I help him with the purification? And realizing, no, I cannot. Chris Luck going to be on top of him right now. He can grab him if he wants, but there's not really much reason to. You're not going to kill the guy. He's just going to pepper him with a couple of sticky napalm, scare him a bit with his haste rune, and then back off into the night.
I mean, he's also got the Heavenly Grace on, right? So it lasts like 1 second or something on your lasso. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, not the ideal play.
Matthew going in deep to get some vision. Oh, find some couriers.
Get him.
Oh,
Astral
okay.
There we go.
One.
Gets two. TP out. Oh my god.
Balls.
Matthew is just the courier
good.
murderer. Call Animal Welfare Services because this guy's just murdering these little donkeys.
Dude, they just got a tower bottom and 2 couriers and baited all those heroes to chase him. So he feels really good right now.
What a player, actually.
The Void Spirit.
What a
and if they don't
gosh
get
darn
that D ward
player.
too, if they don't get that D ward too, right? That's some, I don't know, that's some value play right there.
You know what?
Oh, bottom though, Snarky boy.
They're looking for the big boy. They're looking for the carry. Whisper coming in. Echo Slam gonna come on down. That is your blink reveal. And Slark just, what happened to me? There is only a crater where that little fish used to be. I love the way Chris Luck actually just started like using his spells at mid as well. Like he popped Flame Break and just started charging at them at mid, and they're like, "Oh my god, there's a Batrider here," and that just creates the space his team needs to make that play without any fear of retribution or any TP in or anything like that. And he's gonna run himself away. They can't chase this guy. It's 2 down fast. He's a quick bat.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, for someone who doesn't actually play Batrider, he's been doing all right. I'll say that.
The thing
He's
is,
been doing
like,
all right.
yeah, Chris Luck will do good on any hero because he just likes running at people. And as long as he's playing a hero which runs at people, he's fine. Like, I'll just click my spells and charge.
You know what it is?
Smoke up.
I think he just likes playing fire heroes. You know, he plays Ember, he plays Bat, he plays Lina, right? You know that there's like support players who like playing CM, Wyvern, and Lich. He's like the opposite.
Which is funny because I've met the guy and he's the most chill dude ever. Like, flamey, fiery is not what I'd use to describe him whatsoever. And they're going onto the Spectre up in the top lane right now. Exton being popped, Science down onto the Spectre as well. I don't think she's getting out of this. Caught by the Remnant and finished off by Matthew.
Damn. Dude, both teams losing their carry in the safe lane, or in their own safe lane, or opponent's safe lane. I have no idea. Anyway, in the top lane and the bottom lane, right, where normally carries are farming and they feel very safe. But in SA, both of these teams just hunting the opponent carries. And that Spectre actually has Radiance, by the way.
Oh, dang.
Found it. He's got Radiance, and he's got his haunt ready. So ideally, they're going to take a fight right now, if they can get good positioning.
Shake it. Just going to throw down a Fissure. Yeah, both carriers being killed. Ooh, and they go with the Batrider here. He's going to get Yule's up as Matthew kind of takes the charge, and they're even going to use the Winter's Curse just to try and hold back the Batrider. But MJT getting so low in the middle of this. But Chris Luck also taking a lot of damage. But here comes from the front line. The slot just gets crushed. Meanwhile, Spectre coming in the backlines here, looking for a target. Frank is going to be that target. Moves chasing him with the impetuses. Meanwhile, Spectre trying to get themselves a kill, but he's just going to zone them all back. But this is going to open up the tier 1 tower in the middle lane for them. And we know how big an advantage that can create. So a very good fight from Beast Coast here. They're making the right movements, they're getting the victories, and they are making themselves a lot of space into this game. As in they go with Chris Luck finding the Omni Knight, and he is not surviving this one, I don't think. Tries to get off the Heavenly Grace or something. I don't know what he tried to get off, but it wouldn't have helped.
Good first haunt play with the Radiance, right? Getting the position 3 and the position 1, especially the Slark kill, and they're really far ahead now on the side of Beast Coast. And this is what you want to do as a Spectre. Like, you want to be ahead, and you don't want the Sark to be hunting you throughout the game. And the Sark is 1-4, man. He is feeling bad. I can't help but say Whisper and Schofield have absolutely opened up this game for Beast Coast. If they did not have the success they had in the top lane, they cannot do this, right?
No.
Against Thunder Predator.
Yeah, I mean, the Slark's going to be bigger. The Leshrak's not going to be pumping out that damage, but yeah, I mean, 2 games in a row now. Whisper's just impressing the hell out of me. This guy, he delivers.
Oh, he's so good. I've been watching him for a while now. This man is an absolute monster in the offlane. Very, very underrated player, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely fun watching this Beast Coast team play around these different strategies. These guys are crazy. Silencers, the Leshraks, but things are going to go quiet for a little bit now because the Haunt is on cooldown, and Beast Coast are really in the driving seat in this game. Lasso's off cooldown now, so maybe they make something, but to be honest, I think Chris Luck's just going to push out top and try and, you know, just make Thunder Predator feel a little bit hot and uncomfortable as much as possible. I think when we look to the other side, though, Thunder Predator, I think Matthew has been playing the best on their team so far. He's been getting down some deep vision and making some nice plays, killing some couriers whilst he's at it. You know, he's been doing pretty well for himself, so just need, unfortunately, one of the cores to start stepping it up and really kind of carrying these team fights. But who's really going to be able to do that this game? I think you're looking at your Slark once he's finished this BKB.
Yeah. Actually, how in the world does Hector have this much farm even though he's 1-4? This man, I'm telling you, he's a farming machine. Did you notice that?
Yeah, that's kind of bananas. I don't know.
He's been pressured. He's been killed. It doesn't matter. Like, this he's got 10,000 net worth at 20 minutes on a Spectre. Is great, and it's not like he's the one who's snowballing, right?
Yeah,
he's died a few times. But now he's got a haunt. He's got Essence Ring. It's time for Beast Coast to go. They're gonna fight around the mid lane. They should be very careful though, because
that's pings. They know. They've already pinged it out several times and scanned it as well, so they're very aware of what Beast Coast are trying to do here.
I mean, Chris
really nice
Luck
read.
just broke the smoke too of the Thunder Predator guys, so that's really good. So both teams really understanding what each other want to accomplish at this minute in the game. MNZ is just going to continue on farming. She just wants to get to that BKB. See, it's very unfortunate as a Thark to have to buy items like this, where you just go BKB like right away.
Oh yeah.
Second item or something.
I mean,
you want to be able to avoid that if you can.
Yeah, he's still got the diffusal first, which is nice, but yeah, it's not like it's a fighting diffusal, you know. This is a dying diffusal.
He hasn't been able to really accomplish much.
But yeah,
both carries having 4
I don't know, they're trying really hard to make the fight break out on Beast Coast here, but Matthew's not really the target you're going to go on here. Nice to simulate actually dodging both the flame break and the attempted lasso as well. Matthew's just playing them right now.
I mean, they're kind of like trying to lasso someone back, but at the same time they're not, you know. It's like he's pretending to do it.
Nice ward from Matthew, catching out Schofield, knowing exactly what they're up to. They do get the lasso, but it's a little bit too late. They already got off the Winter's Curse, and the Omnia is able to break off the lasso, but now the Horn comes in. Schofield going to turn around, gets a slam off. He's going to kill off the Slark. MNZ dives in deep to try and finish off the job of the Earthshaker, but ends up throwing his life away, and now Leo's still stuck on the front lines. He's going to get melted as well.
Damn.
Both your cores are dead. Your mid and carry lying in their graves. What now, Thunder Predator?
Holy smokes. Dude, I thought that Earthshaker was gonna die instantly because he was caught out all by himself, but here comes the Batrider TPing in. Dude, that was so weird.
feel
Also,
so
where
bad
what
for
did he
Matthew,
TP in on?
Dire's
Was that the
middle
Enchantress's
tower is
creep?
under attack.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Makes sense. But yeah, like the lasso, I saw what MJZ was trying to do. He tried to
Dire's bottom
Winter's
tower
Curse the
has
Earthshaker,
fallen.
so the Batrider will get stunned up as well. But the bat got the blink first.
Yeah, it's really
he
unfortunate.
TP'd
It didn't
in.
look like the best Winter's Curse. I mean, at least the lasso is wasted, but yeah, that just gives Earthshaker the space he needs to get away, and then he can just turn it around onto the Slug. And then once again,
Exactly.
MNZ's dead, and you feel really sad.
Dude, that Sark got blown up by the Shaker and the Leshrac.
Yeah,
It was just
he
way too
can't
much
play without the
damage in the
BKB.
hunt.
He just can't play. They need to recognize this. I mean, that was the best possible entry to a fight you could have. Matthew jumps on the front lines, plus plants down the high ground ward, which is super key. Like it's super key. It gives them the vision over the Earthshaker and the ability to jump in and kill him. But they don't do it. They can't do it. They failed to bring down the Earthshaker, and then all of a sudden Slark is just like, well, guess I'm dead again.
Well, this is not the Slark we saw yesterday. That's for sure.
Radiant are scanning.
Certainly is
It's a
not.
very, very different Slark.
Yes.
And I think at this point, Beast Coast Spectre has gotten way too big
Yeah.
for Slark to deal with. Way too big.
Matthew again, yeah, of course he dissimulates forwards, and this might create a kill onto Chris Luck here, but unfortunately the guy's just so fast, they don't have the lockdown. Where are their spells? what do they have to do here? I feel like you need an Atos on Leo style or something.
Dude, Chris Luck is legit, man. He's like applying pressure and trying to get the attention of Thunder Predator while making
Dire's
space
top
for
tower is under attack.
Hector. And then at the same time, he's insanely farmed. Right?
Yeah.
He's got 108 losses. He's the second highest net worth. He was actually holding highest net worth in the game for a while. So he's like doing a lot with just a hero that he probably doesn't even play that much.
Yeah, I just love the way he's kind of realizes how little stuns and silences they have on the side of Thunder Predator, and he's like, huh, I can do whatever the hell I want this game. And he's doing exactly that. Like, every time he sees a hero, he's just gonna, all right, I'm just gonna throw spells at you until there's 2 more heroes here trying to kill me, and then I'm just gonna fly the fuck away and ignore you. It's such a simple thing to do, but at the same time so effective. And Thunder Predator wasted so much
Radiant's
time,
middle tower is
gold,
under attack.
resources, effort, and mental fortitude trying to kill this impossible Batrider. It's a great way to play, and very entertaining as well.
Here we go. Thunder Predator just grouping up. Like, they can only play off the Voice Spirits disables with the Yules on the DP. But it just feels like, you know what it is? In this game, the way they drafted was to counter lanes. And they expected Stark to have a really good game by laning against Batrider, right? But suddenly with the Batrider middle and the Leshrac offlane, and the Leshrac actually doing extremely well in his lane and even killing the Slark, has completely off-put the lineup of Thunder Predator and their synergy, like how they were supposed to play out the early mid game.
Dire are scanning.
And all of a sudden, like you said, the lack of disables from Thunder Predator is actually hurting them a lot because the Batrider is farmed and so is the Leshrac. But they actually expected the Batrider to be extremely poor in this game and the Leshrac to not have this amazing of a game.
Yeah, he's having a great game, and now he's going in for the Guardian's Greaves, which I really like as well. That aura and the the low health bonus is really nice on Leshrac. Just gives you the ability to get off every single little ounce of damage you can before you go down.
This is so good from Leshrac, that's for sure. I love this build.
Yeah, it's not a common item on Lesh at all, but it's
from the offlane
nice.
is really, really good, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Healing power.
Moose is actually baiting himself here.
He is a little bit. He's poking his head forwards, and they're actually going to get the Observer Ward, which is a great start to this fight, because now they can't actually take this one. Thunder Predator have to back away. They're trying to do
they got the Omni.
BKB onto the Slark. What do you do here? And now the Echo Slam comes down onto the Omni Knight along with the lasso. That's going to isolate him, but he still manages to get off that Guardian Angel. Meanwhile, on the high ground, MJZ, he's going to get torn apart, as is Frank. 2 heroes on the side of Thunder Predator. They do get the Shaker in response. Leo Star trying to get the TP away, and he is going to live at the very least.
Damn.
The cores get out, but they still, well, the Omni Knight didn't, but most of the cores get out, but everybody else just gets absolutely slammed into the ground, and all they get is an Earthshaker. But MNT, I mean, he's only got 7 stacks. It's not the best fight, but a nice Remnant coming down onto the Batrider. Can they bring him down in time, though? He's got the 4-staff, going to use it, but a nice pounce comes in from MNT, but another 4-staff used from, I believe, the Enchantress, just to help him get out of this situation. Enchantress might have given up his life here, but absolutely worth it to save the Batrider. Get out of here, King. I'll take the fall for this once it's Enchantress. Let's get some Fs in the chat for Mr. Moose there. That was a get down,
Dire's
Mr. President kind of
bottom
play.
tower is under attack.
The saves. I mean, I was gonna say, like, Leo Style in that last fight had to pop his Exo and BKB to TP out. Do you know how sad that feels for a DP?
Oh no,
have to
the
use your
Slark.
Exo,
The
BKB
Slark's
into
seen.
this
He does
DP.
manage to get off the Shadow Dance here. Matthew's coming in as well,
Chris
trying to
Luck.
maybe turn this around onto Chris Luck, but
BKB.
they're just going to pop BKBs at dawn right now as they just go mono, E mono. But unfortunately, Chris was going to come in and just take out Matthew. Fair enough. Like, just random lightning bolt comes down and kills off Matthew on the sidelines. And they're going to back away from each other in the end. So neither the Slark or the Batrider fall. Matthew maybe getting a little bit overzealous with that one, but it's all good. I mean, MNZ's surprisingly been able to come out of this last couple of engagements, firstly alive, and secondly with a decent amount of farm. Actually, he got the kill onto the Enchantress. Yeah, having to put a load of BKB charges. I mean, he's down to 8 seconds of BKB already, and I swear he picked this up like, what? That's like one fight where he's had to pop 2 BKB charges now. So not
These are
ideal.
all like kind of defensive BKB usages, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Feels bad, man. I mean, he's going for a Shadow Blade next item, but that's still not enough, you know? It feels like at this point he would have liked to have had a Silver Edge already, and the Spectre is like 5,000 gold ahead. Almost, or 4,000 gold ahead of this Slark already. They're gonna do Roshan now.
You
It's going for
cannot
Basher next.
focus a Spectre down without Silver Edge. Silver Edge allows you to focus a Spectre first in a team fight, and I think in games like this that's pretty important, but if you do it without a Silver Edge, then Dispersion plus Radiant's just going to murder everybody. But this Roshan is going to go down, and that's a pretty easy Aegis for Mr. Hector there. These guys are in such a dominant position. They have so much going for them right now. Skadi, Manta, Spectre is so many stats as well. I mean, you're just sitting on, well, 3.1k HP. You're sitting on 22.3 armor, giving you a 57% physical resist. It's dreamy. It is dreamy. Thunder Predator. What is the play here? I mean, this Death Prophet has been particularly low impact. You know, when the tier 1 tower is actually still up in your team against the Death Prophet, you've got problems.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The play here is they gotta smoke up and find this Earthshaker somehow and get him. It's not an easy thing to do because Mr. Schofield here is a very good player. Very safe.
I thought that was like the biggest curse coming
too.
in, right? I mean, MNZ's still looking onto it right now. Yeah, I think we might have cursed him a little bit here. Earthshaker,
He's got
force
four
away
staff.
from the
Okay.
Slark. MNZ still going at it. Has that BKB. Should he want to use it right now? But the Horn comes in. They just take down Schofield. He buys back though. They still want to take this one. Meanwhile, Heavenly Grace comes out and they'll use
Nice
that Witch's
curse.
Curse onto the Batrider. And all the Horn Legions actually turn around and cut up the Batrider pretty badly. But MGZ will still go down. They're trying to finish off the Batrider here, but he gets out last still onto the Slark just before he does go down, but will die all the same. It's a good fight from Thunder Predator so far, but they have killed Frank and now goes Matthew as well. Supports are dying, and Thunder Predator have to back themselves away, unfortunately, even under the cover of the exit, and they're just not strong enough to take this fight. Matthew jumping in and using that Dissimulate just to bait out a couple of spells here and there. Man, it really sucks to back away from a fight with the Exorcism still going, but unfortunately they just can't take it 3 versus 5. The numbers don't add up for Thunder Predator, and they will give up this tier 2 tower at mid, I think.
It's double buybacks, Earthshaker and the Batrider. They want to get back on the map and start pressuring as they know the DP ulti is going to run out right now. They're actually smoking up. They want to go from the back again and try to get the Earthshaker one more time. If he dies, he's dead for 90 seconds.
Yeah, it's big, and that's no slam as well for that time. They might well find it. This is beautiful. They're going to try and go in on him right now. The time's coming out onto 2 of them, and just as quickly can they finish him off. He's still silenced, and they will kill off the Shaker. 75 seconds in the bin, but they'll try it off Leo style for this one. Meanwhile, Matthew also taking some hits here. The Chris Luck with the BKB. He's got a lasso in 14 seconds, so nothing to throw out just yet, but K1's just going to body himself into the front lines here. You want to get my team, you got to come through me, but they are being respectful and backing themselves out. Except Moose, who's just 1v5ing right now. What up? I'm an Enchantress. I'm beefed. Come at me, bro. Meanwhile, I love this dagger onto MNZ as well. Just going to be able to see him, even though he is... Oh no, the lasso comes down. MJZ is dead again. Has the buyback, though. They can buy back Winter's Curse this one if they want, but they still don't have Leo style. The DP is still dead, and I don't think they can defend without her. That middle lane of Barracks is going to fall. Beast Coast very happy with this right now as they finish off that Rax and get themselves back. They didn't even need their Shaker. They didn't even need the Slam. They're just too strong right now.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Well then, easy Rax. Spectre still completely untouchable.
1 minute 30 left on this Aegis, and boy howdy, a Beast Coast going to make some use out of it. Well, they jumping in again here. MNZ getting his damage on right now. Shadow Dance, as usual, doing not a hell of a lot because of all the carpet damage they've got on the side of Beast Coast, all the AoE.
Where'd you get that term from? Carpet damage.
I don't know, dude. It's something I said for a long term. People often call me out on it, but you know, I just kind of like it. I think it sounds better, you know, when the Batrider lays down his Firefly with the Edict on the floor. It just
carpet damage, huh? Trying to make it the norm.
I mean, I say a lot of weird stuff. To be fair, there's. I just like to keep it interesting, you know. Make up some words, make up some terms, throw in some food references.
Yeah, but carpet damage is not memey enough, you know.
True, it's
you gotta
just
make
retarded.
it memey, and you gotta make it memey to make it
Don't worry,
catch on.
I'm fully picking up what you're saying here, and I do agree. It is stupid as hell, but
no,
it's literally
I'm
something
saying it's
I've
not
said
stupid
since, like,
enough.
the very beginning. Oh, okay. Well,
I'm trying to tell you, it's not stupid enough. Yeah, that's what I mean. You gotta make it memey. I don't know, man. Like,
the floor is lava.
I have no idea, dude. I'm sure somebody in Twitch chat got some genius, you know, answer to this. Some of these people do this for a living, sit in Twitch chat
Do they?
and meme. Yeah,
Who gets paid to sit in Twitch chat and meme? I want that job.
I don't know.
Dire's top tower is
They
under
get paid
attack.
in happiness. That's why.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Well, meanwhile, top lane is falling. They're trying to trade tier 2s here, and they'll be successful in doing that. Thunder Predator. They make the trade. Now, who's going to come to whom is the question. The TP back from Mr. Hector here, as his Aegis is now gone, so not feeling quite as needed to be super aggressive anymore. One thing you can do to Spectre as well is when she TP's back to defend because she thinks she can just come back into the fight with Haunt. If you can pick her off during that time, that's always like the best way to play into a Spectre. But yeah,
Nice tip, no man. I like that.
Oh, you're welcome, dude.
Very
You're
good.
welcome. I've
I
lots
really
enough
do.
Spectre
That's
games
actually
to
a
know
very
how.
good idea.
Thank you. Chris Luck maybe in some trouble, but the 4-star's going to disconnect that Spirit Siphon. We want a tower left on 47 HP. Schofield says, yoink. Why, dude? That's so high commitment. He's put himself in a horrible situation here. He is going to land a pretty good slam with his dying breath. Meanwhile, Hector coming in here, and they'll be able to take down MNZ, actually. Wait,
He didn't
that's
BKB either.
Slug. Where was Slug? What? Huh? What? Anyway, down goes the Wyvern on the front lines, or maybe he doesn't, as Frank is in behind, healing him up, and he's going to drop the Winter's Curse down onto the Leshrac and Enchantress. And look at this, just blinking on top of their faces right now. They know there's nobody home right now. There's no way for the Spectres to get into this fight, so maybe they can take some kills, and they will bring down Whisper, but now in comes the Batrider, popping that BKB. Last wing up the Void Spirit as Moose turns his damage towards Frank, but the Batrider, he's going to run out of BKB pretty damn soon. He tries to jump himself away, but gets chopped up by Matthew. Hector, for some reason, coming into this
Better
fight,
run.
train has left the station.
Oh
Moose
my
is
God.
dead. Leostar now looking forward for K1. Beast Coast have dropped 4 heroes now, by the way, and they want to make it
No,
4-5.
boy.
They want to get the clean sweep.
Wait,
There's some
Shaker's
buybacks
alive,
for now.
though.
Enchantress come back into this
I
one,
don't think I
as
can
is
kill
the
him.
Shaker. K1's like, yeah, I'm a little bit too strong to die
Not
right
happening.
now. And they're going to be smart and back themselves up.
I mean, I was laughing because I saw whatever Schofield did was actually hella dumb. Like blinking in, and then this gives Thunder Predator the opening to actually chase them out, and because of that, he forced his allies to, you know, haunt and do whatever team fight, try to take it, and ended up resulting in them losing about 7,000 gold. And losing a fight 4 versus 4, pretty much. The Slark wasn't even there. I think he got soloed by the Spectre, by the way.
Yeah, I think he
he
did.
got
I think
the
that might have been
Abyssal or
the Abyssal
something?
reveal or
Yeah.
something. But yeah, the Slark just got killed in
Not sure.
in the enemy jungle whilst they were breaking high ground. Don't know about that one, Chief.
Yeah, we were busy watching Schofield literally throwing the game for a moment there. You know, ever since I said he's such a good player with great positioning, he's been doing really
Just
like,
chain die.
dumb things.
First in every fight, like 3 diebacks or something. Yeah, it's a good meme.
Exactly. He actually just died like 3 or 4 times ever since I said that. My goodness.
I know you're new to
they-
this whole casting
they
thing, but
brought
never
down the
praise
lead.
someone too hard. You unless you want them to start losing suddenly.
Right. Makes sense. They brought down the lead to like 11k now. It was at 17 earlier, right? So which is really nice.
Yeah, it was getting close to 20, about 18 at one point, but now down to 11. So they are breaking back Thunder Predator as they bring it all the way back down to 10k gold advantage only for the side of Beast Coast. I mean, we're getting into the late game now. Spectre is definitely going to be the strongest hero, but Slark, I don't know, actually. He might. The thing is, the BKB timing gets shorter, and the damage scales. Oh my god, they're going immediately onto the Winter Wyvern here. He does get off the Winter's Curse onto Chris Luck just before he dies. But die he shall. And Matthew's in the pit as well. He's also going to get run down. Oh dear. That's not what you want to see. Your two supports just straight up dying. It was for a Haunt. 100 seconds. They'll be back before the Haunt is off cooldown.
No. Leo Star, he needs a blink.
No. Nice blink away. Nice blink away. Chris Luck still chasing. Did have a lasso, but he felt the presence of the Omni Knight. Didn't see him, but just kind of sensed something was wrong and didn't go for it. Meanwhile, K1's just like, hey, look, a range barracks. I'm going to take this. And Whisper's going to join him. He's got himself an Edict of Diabolicalness. And he's going to start melting down some melee barracks.
MNZ, what you doing there, buddy? He's getting zoned out by the Batrat and the Earthshaker.
Yeah, is he aware his range his melee barracks being taken at top? Because I feel like
he can't do anything without his teammates, though. Like Wyvern was still dead, so was the. So he's just trying to like get some farm or something. They gotta get up the barracks.
Didn't take the bait. I feel like if he does pounce that, then that might have been a bit of a unfortunate play. Wow, they lost a middle tier 4 tower. Okay. Unfortunate.
Very low health. I mean, they do have the Silveredge. She's going for a Scotty. There could be a chance where the Slark builds a bunch of Essence stacks. And then that can snowball into something. Like, Slark is not a joke of a hero late game, right? If he starts hitting someone and gets a bunch of stacks, they win a fight, they buy a Rapier, he's just going to end the game. Yeah. So even though they are down 2 Raxes, you can't really count them out right now. And the later the game goes, the less net worth lead truly matters. Because this is like, what, 13k, we're talking like 3,000 gold, 2,000 gold, or whatever it is, like on average on each hero. More than their counterparts. So that's not a lot of gold.
Yeah, I was about to get excited because Shake has picked up the Timeless Relic, and I thought that was going to time up with his level 20, where he gets the plus 40 echo damage, which makes Echo Time just a really good spell, but unfortunately he's only level 16. He is very, very far behind from all these deaths, so... Oh, jumping forward here, Chris Luck looking for a target. Oh, they lasso each other! Amazing Lotus Orb coming out, but unfortunately MJZ immediately gets killed off, and it looks like Leostar might still be getting lost here, but he's going to pop the X's and going to try and make this fight happen as he pops the heals along with the Spirit Siphon to heal himself up, and now a blink away. Great plays from Leostar to keep himself alive in this one. Now MZ popping the BKB, they're going to go for Selector right now, using that Silver Edge to bring him down. Meanwhile, they find Schofield on the sidelines. No slam coming out from him, but he is going to buy back and try and come back into this one. Meanwhile, the Enchantress being hunted by MNZ. He's hungry for a kill right now. MNZ's found nobody as a Spectre jumps in and just straight up murders him. And now there's no Slug. 82 seconds without him in the game is going to be tough. Where is his buyback? He didn't buy up for it. Meanwhile, the slam comes into the Death Prophet, and K1 will finish that one off as well. There is a buyback on the Death Prophet, but a buyback without X's, and there's no buyback at all. Oh no, Frank, he's going to get the door shut on him. He realizes this as a pause comes
He left the game. Leostar's out.
No.
I'm out of here.
Oh, getting a little bit spicy, a little bit salty, a little bit seasoned in this final game of the series. No, sorry, first game of the series. Oh my god, it's only the final game of the series. He left out of the first game. That's unfortunate, to say the least. But they are going to tap out. They are going to call the GG at last. Whisper dropping some items. Oh dear.
Look, Nomad, you know, I'm okay with people taunting and, you know, dancing around, but leaving a game without calling GG first, that's just...
Yeah.
That's just BM, bro. I mean, that's real salty, dude.
Ungentlemanly is the word you're looking for. Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that. That's for sure.
No, that's just not quite cricket, unfortunately. But nevertheless, Leostar decides to just bail on game number 1. And it's really worrying that he's done that in game number 1. Is he going to come back for game number